I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Carr, he gets it to Thomas. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Get off the field. Check 3, check 3.
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Preston Smith there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
29. Mike 5'9", Hey, Steve 6, Steve 6. Express. 59 Mike. Check, 59. Check Mike.
To throw his Carr. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Zadarius Smith. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Check 91. 91 is the Mike. Mike 91. Bravo. Pull it together. 91 is the Mike. Right here. Hand me.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And he's going to go down again. Rashawn Gary providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Here's the Raiders punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He'll return it from the 6. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Kill. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Double dog. That's the way. Check.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Smooth. 50, Mark 50. I got you, boy. Hey, alert. Mike's 50.
From the 25 on 2nd down. Rodgers looking deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
He's checking. Crash. Box it. Mike 51.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Zoom. Flow. Teammate. Check hot route. Hot.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Bring it. 58. Watch the screen. Pass. Check. Right left. Crunch. Jam. 51.
A give for Edwards, running right. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 26.
Now Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
93, 52, 96.
On second down, Jacobs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Dalton. There goes a deep ball, end zone, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Dalton sets up play action. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Hands up! Leave! Cut! Check it out, please! He's coming! Hands up!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Check 59, Mike is 59.
Here's Dalton. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 8 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got you. Hey, Haywood! Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Hey. Here we go. Mike's 5-4. Mike shoot.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. This one complete to Devin Funchess. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Right there. 54 Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
2nd and 9 now. It's caught by Funchess. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33.
Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike. Hey, Delta. You don't want none, baby. You don't want go.
Back to throw. Boyle. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, check. Hey, Sam off. Yes. Switch. Look at me. Go. Hey, check. 80 weapon. Now. Under 10. 10. Go.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Boyle. And that will be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
2-by-2. Move.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
58. 58! Coming for you, son! I'm coming for you, son!
And Dalton to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Dawson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
First down, Raiders.
Andy Dalton now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down. Now Dalton. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Alpha. 58 Rip left. 58 Mike. 58 Mike.
And it'll be Dalton again. Over the middle, complete. It's Dawson. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
58! 58! 58! Orbit! You gotta bring it. And 58 is a must.
1st and 10 from Dalton. Thomas has got it. Complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
58 Mike. 58 Mike.
And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Dawson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Kill. 93, 52, 93, 44. 44. There you go. Hey, Charlie. Stop.
Another chance for Dalton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Get ready. Hey, shoot. Mike, check. 50. Here goes. Can.
This will be Dalton again. This will be caught at about the 5. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Let's go.
Hey, wahoo!
So Dalton now. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Hey, Echo!
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. 44, Mike, 44.
Speed trip.
To throw again. Boyle. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Hey, Foxtrot. Snap.
Looking to throw. Boyle. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he fields it cleanly.
We play to win.
So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Come on, fellas.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, But overall, I think they wanted to be positive.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Nick Kwiatkowski coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
Got it.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Let's go, let's go.
Hey, exit.
Number 53, Mike 53. I'm coming, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming.
Get it.
2nd and 14. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
44, Mike 44. 44 is the mic.
From the gun, Boyle. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
Move.
91 is the mic. Hey.
Hands up.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Dawson. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Andy Dalton now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
70.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
5.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And watch that. And watch the ball. Bravo.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
And up. 60 or.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Kill.
Bam. Bam.
Check 31, check 31.
Pilot. 64. Weak. Smooth.
47's the mic, boy, 47. Check, 47.
And up.
Off play action. Boyle. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Ready. 30 base.
Check right 47. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Hey, Haywood.
47's the mic, 47's the mic.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
And that'll set them back 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, Delta. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Boyle. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Edwards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to hit it.
On the run, it's Peyton. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Okay, ready?
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, Mike 7.
53 to Mike. 53.
Ready?
Back to throw. Boyle. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Max Crosby with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Mike, 58, right there.
From the 17, Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left. And got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Go. Hey, lock it. Deep river.
They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
They'll run on 1st down. Dillon. The 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. 50 yards as his guys are back within a single score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Marr now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but it's still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, orbit.
Andy Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught at the 20. A big play that time for the Raiders. 55 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Dalton now to pass. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
53. Mike 53. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, Charlie.
53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. All day. All day.
Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyle. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Watch the twist. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Yo, go, go.
Check Mike 47. Check Mike 47.
Looking to throw. Boyle. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's get off the field, D. Slam.
On 4th down, Boyle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He's going to take a shot right away from... And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. As his guys are in for 6. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready up.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
44's the mic. 44's the mic. Check. You got nothing in there. You got...
Blue draw Corker.
Check 37. Check. Go.
They run once more with Edwards. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back-to-back good plays, have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Boyle. They go screen with Dillon.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Second and 6. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43.
Ready.
On the draw is Edwards. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
That's into the hands of Edwards. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Hey, wahoo!
44, Mike, 44. And let's get that.
From the gun, Boyle. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Here we go. 93, 52, 93.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. And he finds Howard complete. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball,
Get a completion.
you get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
And Thomas has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
And they give this time to the tailback. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tight down. There you go.
Regular.
58 to Mike, 58.
Here's Dalton. Looking long for Thomas. This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Now a give to Jacobs running right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Oh, passing it. Dalton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's fourth down and goal at the 2-yard line.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
368.
91 is the mic.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
Check 91. 91 is the mic. Mike 91.
Go, go.
Let's go.
2 by 2. Move. Hands up.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
They should have known. They should have known, baby.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Edwards. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. So this one, a victory for the